How you doing, people? Robert here, AKA Robess, Anti-Corruption Scotland. I was watching the reporting today on the Tommy Robertson case down in London. It's not a very good day for fighting for your rights when the man gets locked up. He did admit to contempt of court, right? The funny thing is, people still don't get this. These are not courts of law. These are corporations trading for profit. Administrators, they are not sovereign. And let me make this clear. When you use a barrister or a lawyer, you become a child, an imbecile in their system because you can't deal with your own rights. People don't understand this because people don't know what I know. Anyway, the system, including the rat, tyrant, Stammer, will be over the moon that he has been locked up. As I say, that isn't good. What they'll be expecting now is this will demoralise the people, Scotland, England, Ireland and Wales, because they see him as the main source of any and all gatherings. They call it protests, I call it gatherings, people. Protests and gatherings, two different things. They'll be expecting now the people just to split up and leave it at that. Well, for myself and Anti-Corruption Scotland, the people cannot allow that to happen. This is our country. We have freedoms, we have rights, and we have freedom of speech. These politicians, men and women that represent these corporations, act in capacity as politicians or the dead legal entity, corporate name known as government. It's all fraud, deception and illusion to the people because they think that these people have power over the sovereign people because they get voted in a fraudulent election. It's all fraud, people. It's an illusion of democracy. And as people can see right through the 4 jurisdictions, there is no democracy. And as long as people keep registering to vote and voting for these tyrants, scumbags, trash bags, traitors to the people in the lands of England, Ireland, Wales and Scotland, there will never be democracy. So let me tell you something when it comes to your rights. As a man or woman, no, as a person, and if you people have not seen my videos before, maybe you should start paying attention and might learn something. As a man or a woman, you have inalienable and inherent rights, and the law is inherent within. Do not commit harm, loss or injury, property damage or fraud within a lawful contract. And every day, this legal system and men and women that represent it, that's what they do to the people. And this has been proven with the numpty, the man known as Keir Starmer, thinks he can do because he was voted. That's not the way this works, people. Your rights is your property to every individual man or woman. Your freedom of speech is your property to every man and woman individually. Your mind, recently I've heard that somebody got convicted of thought crime. Your mind is your property. And how they came up with this nonsense thought crime, I don't get. Your mind is your property, people. Everything attached to yourself, everything that you do is your property. You can only speak from your own mouth, right? So that comes from the man or woman. You can only think from your mind. That comes from the man or woman. And your rights, we were born free. But we've come into a system for the very day that we were created for our mothers and fathers and being conned, lied and deceived. People think, and they still don't get, that they're persons. That's why this word persons used rapid every conversation. Well, as I've said vigils time and time again. I've never met my person, and I've never met anybody else's person. And as far as I'm concerned, the fact of the matter is, if you can speak, you can see, you can hear, you can cuddle, you can touch, you can shit, piss, you're a man or a woman, because only a man or a woman can do that. Entity, that's what you're being treated as, people. Entities, something that doesn't exist. That's the person that's attached to the man or woman, and you're held surety and liable for everything, like the budget coming up, right? It's like they're talking about paper mile. Paper mile. People can stop that in its tracks. All these names are fictitious names. Chancellor of the Exchequer, Prime Minister, Justice Minister, etc., etc. That's fictitious names. That's no the man or woman's names. They're representing an office and they're hiding behind a mask. It's as clear as that. Nothing more, nothing less. Now, relating to Tommy, as far as I'm concerned, it's a shame. And that's me not being biased. It's a shame. Because he has admitted to something that he's got a passion about, right, and believes in, which is the truth. He's trying to expose the corruption. The system, this full country is corrupt. Your so-called entities known as government and politicians are domestic terrorists against the people, and you can see how this is happening because of what they're doing and treating the people, especially the pensioners, sons and daughters, and they think they're above the law. We're all equal in the law, but right now there is no law, just tyranny. The thing that counts here is Tommy has been locked up for 18 months. He might get out in 9, depending. But the other issue he has is he's got another matter outstanding under the Terrorism Act. The problem he has got now, right, and this is a realistic point, a fact, now he is in their custody. There is a good likelihood, depending what way they want to play this system, this corrupt tyrant system, these people might see a clear opportunity to give him more time. Terrorism is a serious offence and it carries double figures, people. So they've got him in there at their mercy. And as I said earlier in the video, they'll be hoping this demoralises the people. But this is the positive 2 points to take here from myself and think about it. Tommy has now accepted he's in jail. He's not got a choice now because he's locked up, and he's probably going to be in solitary confinement, which is a bit over the top, because that's not right. That's terrible if that's the position he's going to be put in. But let me tell you, Tommy wouldn't want the people all over the lands of England, Ireland, Wales and Scotland to give up their fight for freedom and rights and freedom of speech. We can still do that. And remember this, no disrespect to Tommy Robertson, right? This just doesn't lay on Tommy Robertson. This lays on every man, woman, son and daughter to stand up and be counted and fight. Even more so, they've did what they've did. This system is corrupt to the core, and we have to put an end to it. We have to do not comply, resist, defy, and do not comply, and challenge everything as men and women against men and women, because that's what these people are, hiding behind masks and corporate names and corporate fictions, right? The United Kingdom people, I heard them shouting about the United Kingdom in the protest on Saturday. The United Kingdom is a private corporation. It's registered trading for profit. The Cabinet Office is a private corporation. The House of Commons, the House of Lords are private corporations, but people don't get this because they're distracted with everything else and they don't really know what is going on. These are all companies, people. The so-called Scottish government, English, Irish and Welsh government can never be sovereign. They've changed their status, and that's a fact. This is where our opportunity lies to take them on, because technically these men and women are hiding behind an illusion, a mask, to deceive the people. And they know that the people, the biggest majority of people, Scotland, England, Ireland and Wales, don't know this, so they play on it. The budget is a fraud. Every decision that these people make in the entity known as government, behind the corporate mass, the corporate names, is fraud, deception at the highest level. Every man and woman in this political establishment is acting ultra vires. They're screwing the people. And it's up to the people to listen to people like myself that know what we're talking about, to stand up and be counted and don't give up the fight. This isn't done yet. These scumbag tyrants are in collusion with the WEF, the WHO and the United Nations, and these people want to control the world. They want a one government, world government, one army, one benefit system, digital ID, digital currency, and whatever else they want to try and get against the people. Pay per mile, 15-minute cities. People think that this is just things that they want to do. This is all part of the 2020-2030 agenda with the WEF, WHO and United Nations. And we the people, as sovereign people, sovereign nations, cannot allow this to happen. This WEF, WHO and United Nations and all these so-called political establishments are working in collusion to destroy the sovereignty of the countries and the sovereignty of the people. And that's where they're trying to take your rights and freedoms away. And we can't allow that either. It's up to the people now to start researching, being diligent, and learn what's really happening. Do not be distracted with the media. The media is part of the problem. They're loving this because they're paid and bought for. Everything they do is bought and paid for. Okay? They're not for the people. False misrepresentation and words to deceive the people, to distract the people and take their eye off the ball. And it's working. Remember this, people. Tommy is now in prison, right? It's up to we the people to stand up now. Unite as nations, sovereign people, and fight back. This isn't lost yet. We need the numbers and we need everybody across the 4 jurisdictions to stand up and unite as one. But the differences aside, the battle now is between the people and the entity known as government and the people that represent this. And if the people get their heads in the right place and the right focus, we can nail this. We can stop this in its tracks. Because these men and women, as I keep saying in videos, there's only options that they can think that they've got over the people. Claiming the people as property. Example, pay per mile on the road. Is she claiming that she owns the roads? It's her property? I don't think so. And there's got to be a contract. Remember, people, these are all private corporations. Every court, all over the 4 jurisdictions, are private corporations. Every government entity is private corporations, including the Scottish Parliament, Scottish Government, and your politicians. Your politicians are all registered in Dun & Bradstreet. Your National Health Service is registered in Dun & Bradstreet. All parts of the police are registered in Dun & Bradstreet. These are no sovereign people. And they don't have the power or the authority. It's because they get away with what they're doing, because they use fear, force and intimidation. We can't allow this anymore, people. As I said, it's a shame that Tommy's in the jail. That's just the way it is. And look at all the people, apart from the people it's caused harm and loss and damage, that's in the jail. People putting it up Facebook posts for words. Who are they to lock people up for what they want to say? That's their choice. That's their property. That's their right. People don't now realise what's going on after watching this video and listening to the truth. We've got a problem. You're going to be controlled puppets You're going to be forced vaccinations. Digital ID. The thing with the digital ID, it's not just digital ID for hospital care, because digital ID covers every part of your information, the man or woman's information, and anybody in that system can get it and use it for whatever they want. Okay? Anyway, people, I just wanted to do this wee video and explain a couple of things, and hopefully people will pay attention to somebody that's telling you the truth and knows what's going on in this system. Trust myself, people. Have faith. I do know what's going on in this system. It's just try to get the message out there to get the people woke up and smelling the coffee to go in the right direction. Please share this video far and wide. Please get this information out there. And let me tell you, people, do not give up the fight. This is our fight now. Tommy isn't here anymore. He's in prison. It's down to the people. This is down to the people now. Right? Do not be demoralised. Do not give up. Stand up and fight. And let's get this on. Let's get a strategy in place and take this system down. This system is unlawful. As I keep saying, legal is not lawful and lawful is not legal. Two different jurisdictions running parallel, side by side. Take care, people. Speak soon. And please share this video far and wide. Take care. Bye-bye.